When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at begin to change. Now, if you know who Dr. Wayne Dyer is, I'm sure many of you do, that's one of his most famous quotes. In this video, I'm going to break down that quote. I love Dr. Wayne Dyer and his philosophy on life. But sometimes it can be hard to change the way we look at things and look at the world, so they do begin to change. It can be very difficult when life isn't going our way. So this video is all about how can we continually look at life through the right lens, even when things aren't going as planned. So how do we change the way we look at life in order for things to change? Well, this has everything to do with your paradigm. And you must have a paradigm shift to continuously look at life through a different lens. What is a paradigm? A paradigm is simply a pattern or model, and it's ingrained into you. So whatever's going on in your day-to-day life, it's the way you view things. So if we can change your paradigm, you can instantaneously shift the way you look at the world, and that will change the way things are in the world around you. There are a few different steps to go through this process, but first I'm going to talk about my experience and what happened with me. Now, my paradigm shift completely changed when I gave my life to Jesus Christ and had full faith in God, and I mean full faith. Now, am I saying this so you convert to Christianity and go and follow God? No, that's not my identity, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to talk about my own experience. And to be fair, it's not like Jesus was all for organised religion, but Jesus had a certain paradigm and showed us a way that we should live. For me, Jesus is my role model. And you might think, okay, why James? Well, he's the only person that has never sinned. And to me, he lived the perfect life. Why? He came to serve others. He came to connect us. He even said, don't go and fight your enemy, love your enemy. So when I look into my own identity and I genuinely want people to have inner peace and be at peace with their neighbour, so for me, Jesus is my role model. And he showed me exactly how to do that. He showed us all. He didn't say go out fighting people. He didn't say you are separate from them. He said we are all connected, and we can also have that connectiveness with God as well. Jesus' worldview is about serving others. It's not about thinking you're separate from them. It's not about scarcity. It's about there's enough for all of us if we just treated each other with love and respect. But all our lives we're told to be separate, to go it alone. Watch them over there. They've got something that you want or something that you can't have. Now, for me, since having faith in God, I found out my true identity as a coach, and it's helped me in many different ways. Firstly, I've overcome many lies. Lies like you're not enough, lies like you're separate from anyone, like everyone, you've got to go it alone. Jesus, God doesn't teach that. In fact, it's a complete and total lie that another person is even your enemy. We've just been told that our whole lives, we've been programmed that way. So the worldview comes down to, do you have a separation worldview or do you have a connected one? For me, it's helped me overcome things like social anxiety. I don't feel like I'm not enough. I can be just who God wants me to be and live out my true identity. And that goes in everything I do. That's my story. And I'm going to say that didn't happen overnight. It was a constant process of seeking the truth. And we'll come on to that next. I'm also not saying this so you go and believe what I believe. I'm saying to you, seek the truth in your own life. So we'll come on to the first step. I've sort of mentioned it there. The first step is seek the truth. Always go for that in your life, in the world, whatever you are doing, job wise. For me, I found out that for a long time, without realizing as well, I was lying to myself and lying to people around me. It was like a case of, let's say you've been in a job for a long time and you're like, oh, it's okay. I'm doing all right. But when you actually think about it and be like, hold on, I've stayed stationary for so long, I'm not moving forward. Is that okay? And these little lies we tell ourselves and sometimes to other people, the weight of that burden that we carry, you've probably told a few porkies here and there, a few lies. I know I have. How does it feel when you release it? Even if sometimes it hurts people, and maybe yourself. Releasing that weight, it's just a complete weight off your back. And even if there's a bit of a process of going through to do it, it's always worth it. That's why in the Bible it says, what will set you free? The truth will set you free. And this is the first part of the process, seeking the truth, but also seeking it within yourself and really being honest. Is this who I am? Is this what I want to do? And it will give you the answer that you are looking for. Like I say, this might not happen overnight for everyone, but it might be that simple. Just confess the truth and see the transformative process. Anything that is a lie, like you're not enough, you've got to go like that's all a lie. It's from the enemy. It's not from God. God would not say that. Everything God does and says is good. And all your life, you will have known your true identity and it will be there. You just need to seek the truth and dig a bit deeper and get shielded from those lies. The second step, I would say, from the process is gratitude. Do you have an attitude of gratitude? And it's this simple. I wake up every morning and I'm grateful for life. That's what I focus on. Life is enough. This experience, I can touch, I can taste, I can see, I'm able-bodied, I can go to the gym, I have money, I have a home, I have an office. The list goes on and on and on. I have people that love me and care for me. We all have so much to be grateful for, but often we overlook that. And we're always thinking, oh man, there's not enough to go around. I need that. I need that money. I need to get to this so people notice me, so I've got all the attention. Come on. I'm not saying you don't have, I'm not saying you can't be successful. That's not the point. But if you're constantly focused on the lack of, you'll live in lack. You'll always be thinking, nothing will ever be enough, will it? You'll be thinking, oh man, when I get that much money, that'll be good enough. When that person notices what I'm doing, that will be enough. You're already enough. You already have enough. Be grateful for the gift of life, and that would be my advice. You'll be surprised. The more you focus on what you have, the more you get. And that's what I've found in life. So to summarize this, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at really do change, but it's not always that simple. If you haven't had that shift in paradigm, if you change your paradigm, the pattern, the lens that you look through at the world, at yourself, at your relationships, within your family and friendship groups, that's how you start to change the things that you are looking at. That's how your shift happens. It's going to be a lot harder when life's not going your way if you're looking through a lens that is, oh man, I'm not enough. I'll never be enough. I'm not going to be like that person, telling yourself lies. So my key steps would be always be honest, seek the truth, and always tell the truth. I'm not saying spill the beans to everything you're doing to the whole world. I'm not saying that, but be honest with yourself. And that's how transformation will start to take place. And the second step is really just focusing on what you have and being grateful for life itself. Until next time, walk in faith and stay blessed.